A chance encounter at a panipuri shop led to his theater journey and then to movies.
ನೋವಾಗಿದೆ, ನಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಗುಂಟೆ ಲೆಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರಿ ಒಂದು 5 ಕೋಟಿ ಭಂಡಾರ ಸೇರಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ತುಂಡು ಮಾಡಿ ವ್ಯವಸಾಯದ ಜಮೀನು ಮಾರೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಆದೇಶ ಹೊರಡಿಸಿ ಕಲ್ಲು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಿ.
Quite an interesting turn of events, isn't it?
ಈಗ ಈ ಅವಧಾನಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೂ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಜನ ತಟ್ಟೆಗೂ ಹಾಕೋಲ್ಲ. ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಬಡವಾಗತ್ತೆ.
Let me introduce my dear friend in this episode of GenG Talk Show, Santosh Karki. We will discuss many interesting topics like what does a director do when the actors are accomplished actors? Why does a theater actor is so much in demand? How to balance your passion and profession? And of course, if you are into theater and want to know about some avenues to go ahead, what to do? Without much ado, let me welcome Santosh. Hello, Santosh. Good afternoon.
Hi, Sanjeev. How are you? Good
Yeah, I'm
afternoon.
doing great. I am doing great. So, Santosh, should I introduce you as Santosh, the theater actor, Santosh, the serial actor, Santosh, the movie actor, Santosh, the senior manager, or Santosh, the father? Which title you'd like the most and why?
Okay. For my hobby and passion, I would like to be called as Santosh as an actor. But of course, my profession still stays as Santosh the manager. So you can have the dual things depending on the things I'm doing. Yeah.
Great. Because you talk the word dual, and this probably brings me to exactly a very interesting point here. So your profession is, of course, you are a senior manager and you're working in the software area, and then you have your passion as acting. Um, is it possible to give do justice to both as people move forward in their life, or you believe always one takes precedence over the other, and that's why people sometimes say that either they are not able to pursue their hobby or they're too stressed because you are managing both for last 14 years, I believe. So how is it for you, and what's your take on this?
Okay. See, everybody has hobbies, everybody has passion, be it sports, be it arts, be it painting, sketching, or whatever it is. I'm in the performing arts, so that is my hobby. To precisely answer your question, yes, it takes a bit of managing the time for both. Sometimes I have lost some good opportunities as well because of that, because the profession takes the precedence over the hobby. Of course, my profession right now, which I'm in, my manager or the colleagues I have, my team members are very supportive of this particular the hobby that I am pursuing in, and they really promote such culture within my organization as well. Even my MD is very very keen on such things, and he always motivates these kind of things within the company or outside the company. So I thought, like, but I should not take an advantage over this. Of course, the profession takes precedence, and I see somehow that things are moving in the weekends, or trying to manage it in the evenings, so like that. But in Bangalore, if you see, there are a lot of hobbyists who are pursuing theater,
Mhm.
and that's how I also started as a hobbyist theater, of course. And all of them come from the IT industry or from certain job backgrounds. We all used to group in the evenings. So as soon as I used to finish my work, I used to run to the theater or the stages where the practice or the rehearsals used to happen, or some workshops are happening, and that kept me live the life after the job. So
Mm.
that's how I see it. And of course, I should be very, very thankful to my family, because my wife takes care of children's school studies and all. So in the evenings after the office, the wife may crib, come home, teach, help me in the kitchen or whatever it is. But my wife never did it, and I should be really thankful on that.
A very important points you touched, that whatever we do in our office or beyond that, the what you have the support of your family and your colleagues. I think these two are very, very important, and sometimes
Yes.
probably we take them for granted, especially the
Yes.
family, which we should not. Um, maybe one more top question here, especially the youngsters who are watching this. How important it is to also have something to look up to beyond your office hours. You could have been Santosh, the program manager only, right? But you're also Santosh, the actor. How important it is to have something like this for everybody.
Yeah. As I said, everybody has an hidden talent within them. Yeah.
Mhm,
And everybody has a passion towards those things that they always like to do, be it any area,
mhm,
I must say. Even people who are in IT, they are very keen on taking a passion on even after office hours, they want to pursue artificial intelligence or try to look at doing some innovations and all that stuff.
mhm,
So it all leads to passion. It all leads to the interest of their areas where they want to go in, but that keeps you living. Otherwise the life becomes so monotonous that,
mhm,
morning you get up, take a cab or take a metro, and then go to office, do your work, meetings and all that stuff, and then you come home, sleep again. It becomes very routine. To break that jinx, to break that monotony,
mhm,
always you need to have colors in life, and that colors is coming to the passion. So passion always adds that spice up for your life. For example, in my case, way back in 14 years back, I used to work in Belendur, okay, in
mhm,
Devar Visnali. And that time the flyovers were happening and a lot of traffic and all. I used to travel around 27 kilometers towards Baswangudi, where usually my theatre circle used to meet. And believe me or not, as soon as I entered and started reading the script and trying to act, I don't know where the energy used to come from. Yeah.
mhm,
So that's how you will break that jinx of monotony, and you just forget the stress of what you had in the day of the life. So to answer your question, I say it's a must to anybody to pursue their passion,
mhm.
because passion makes you live your life. Your identity is coming out, your hidden talent is coming out. So I would say that.
Great, great, Santosh. Thanks for that. So now, because you're talking of acting, maybe it would be interesting for us to know how did your journey start? Why did you come to the theater and when? And of course, then how did you get into acting? Okay, from theater to the silver screen.
Yeah. Uh, Way back, even before I came to Bangalore, I come from Hubli, Sanjeev. Hubli is a city after Bangalore. It's the biggest city, Hubli Dharwad. It's a twin city in North Karnataka. So I studied there. I brought up there. I was born there. So there used to be a lot of things happening in around school. Those annual gatherings, or it could be some skit shows, or some monthly shows and all that stuff. So I used to be the front runner. I used to be like, pick everybody. Let's do this skit. Let's do this mad ads. Let's do this kind of some kind of social message or a social cause dramas on the streets
Mhm,
and all. So people, there were like-minded people also. We used to do it ourselves. There was no formal training as such I had,
mhm,
but there was fire within me that, I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be an entertainer always.
mhm,
I used to dance also. So I used to do mimicry. I used to learn from the characters and try to get into those characters, and used to write some small skits myself. So it was very fun there.
mhm,
But when I came to Bangalore, it was all of the job, trying to find a job and all. Once I got into a little stable job, so I used to get evening times. So I and my friend were, just happened to be an accidental thing that I used to go eat panipuri. There was a panipuri joint, the
mhm,
dabba, thela, what you say.
mhm,
So it was very near to a college where it had a theater where a lot of professional artists used to come for rehearsals.
ah,
So it
okay.
so happened one of the artists, she was a very popular TV artist in Canada also. She was playing the vamp role. And she came near the Tela to eat pani puri along with us. So I just started the conversation. I saw you in TV, and I like you very much, the way you act and all. And then I asked, I'm very interested in acting, and I wanted to be part of some workshop if you had, where I can get a little formally trained and all. So immediately she said it. I think it was क्या बोलते हैं इत्तेफाक or whatever it is. It's
Mhm,
like, joining the dots kind of a thing on that particular evening. And immediately she said, like, next month we are starting a workshop in a new building which we are constructing. Give me your number and I'll contact you. And exactly after a month, the opening was there, and she called me. And she said, our first workshop is going to happen. You want to be part of it? And I was the first student of her workshop. So
Okay.
that's how my theater journey started. She was a theater lady. Later she also migrated into movies and serials. But every theater person, that's the first love. So
Great.
that's how my journey started
Then I
14 years.
started. Okay. And how into films? Because okay, theater you did, that was wonderful. And how did you move into films then?
Okay. Films, I never thought, like, just how I said, like, I started theater with that workshop I did. And that workshop ended with one drama. Okay, because
Mhm,
they teach the students, and the final thing is like the assessment kind of a thing. It's not like, good actor, bad actor, but it is
mhm,
to make sure that, to reflect back what you studied and how you put onto the theater stage, right? So those
mhm,
are the things we wanted to showcase through a drama. And that drama was actually for the public, it was not for students as such.
mhm,
So she was a known actress, and she called in her TV buddies, film buddies. Some were the directors, some of them were actors and all. So they came across to see that drama, and I was playing the main protagonist role.
mhm,
And it was a comedy drama, and it was a rib tickling comedy, I can say.
mhm,
Now also I
mhm,
have those videos where I can watch it. But it's a very nice comedy drama, and people liked it. And one among the audience was another theater person. And he actually saw my acting, and he was casting for his drama as again for a protagonist.
mhm,
And luckily I got into that drama, and he was a popular actor as well at that time, and he had a lot of big network built in. So when I played that drama, some of the film personalities, the directors or some people had come in,
mhm,
and that's how they saw me and they casted me, into films. And that's how my film journey started. So I did not go
mhm,
for any auditions. Like, people
mhm,
are really, Bombay mein jao, aap kahin pe jao, jahan professional actors jana chahte hain, they want to go and pick films as their first thing. I would say
mhm,
that is a wrong concept.
mhm,
Some people can be lucky, but theater teaches you more things, that you need to hone up your skills of acting and then land up into in front of the camera. So it
mhm,
makes a lot of difference.
mhm,
So a lot of people directly, after the workshop, went for auditions,
mhm,
stood in the lines, got rejected, got dejected. But I never wanted to, because I had IT as my main job, and I wanted to
mhm,
go slow on that. So
mhm,
things happened by itself.
mhm. Great.
So
Uh,
yeah.
as you told, I mean, I still believe if you keep on doing your work, the stars fall in place to make your thing work. You having panipuri at the same place as she was there, she calling that. I think these are really magical. You picked up a interesting thing about theater and acting. So we generally look up to the theater actors, right? Though I'm not in the acting field, but when we say Nasruddin Shah, we say, yeah, he's a theater actor. No? So he know acting well. I don't want to take names, but we have actors in cinema where we directly see कि इसको किसने actor बनाया, right? And we know that they have not gone through that and come. So
Right.
you picked up one thing that it is better to hone your skills in theater and then go in front of the camera, yeah, right? So what is it so special about theater that it is always revered? That somebody, if it is a theater actor, right, we tell him that hey, this guy is acting well, then we say why not? He was a theater actor, right? He is a theater actor. So what is it so special about theater which makes you a really a good actor?
Okay. I have the flip side and the flop side of going in front of the camera with theater and without theater.
Okay.
So I will talk about the good side of it.
Mhm,
One, the theater teaches you discipline. Okay.
mhm,
The organization of your whole body, mind and soul. So uska mishran jo hota hai.
okay.
And of course the voice and the eyes, right?
Mhm,
So there are three aspects to the acting. One is the voice,
mhm,
then the eyes, and
mhm,
then the angika means the whole body into expressing things.
mhm,
Why that happens is because theater has a lot of audience seeing live. तो कैमरा में zoom होता है. I mean, there will
mhm.
be close-ups, but in theater it is not, because the whole stage is
Mhm.
seen,
Correct.
and the last person or person sitting in the last bench of the balcony
Mhm,
also needs to hear you, also needs to see the expression that you're showing through your eyes, and also needs to see what you're trying to express,
mhm, okay.
without even the voice, how you are expressing that. So that is the big what I can say, a magnum opus for the
Mm,
stage, because everybody is on stage, you are exchanging the views, you're exchanging expressions,
mm,
and at the same time you are telling the audience what you're trying to say. So that's how it teaches you to utilize the entire body and the voice and the eyes, right?
mm.
And plus the chemistry working between the characters, working between the scenes, how you handle your body in the, because you don't have retakes, right? If you have
Correct.
something that you
Yes.
cannot do, there will be a retake again. You can
Yeah.
improvise, but
Mm,
theater isn't. Though we had 2 months of rehearsals, we do a lot
mm.
of retakes, everything, but at that point of time it is running. I mean, the
Learning.
meter is running, it can't stop, right?
Wow.
So
Mhm,
that's how you become, and you learn the dialogues, you by heart the dialogues, you entirely know everybody's dialogues, so you know
mm,
the entire story in total. So that teaches you the discipline and organization, right? The flop side of it, it's not the bad side, because
mm,
some people into the films, right?
mm,
क्या होता है कि they become directors by interest, by virtue, or by their inherent skills what they have about directions of cinemas. Maybe
mm,
they look a lot of cinemas, did some short films and all,
mm,
but they always had the camera as the medium. Now for an
mhm.
actor who's coming from theater, such directors will always pin you down, that you come from theater background. I say yes. No, I don't want theater background. I said, why? I did ask this question. Once I had
Mm,
gone for a look test. I didn't go for
mhm,
an audition. They called
mm,
me, and then I went there. And no, because they gave a dialogue, and then I was about to act. Now there is no
mhm,
camera. There was a camera put in for me for an audition,
mhm,
and I was acting. So मुझे को frame मालूम नहीं था कि इतना ही
mm.
frame है, ठीक है? And
Okay.
then I was like, मेरा आंगिक चालू हो गया. Theater में क्या होता है कि like doing like this, or putting your eyebrows up to show
Mm,
your
mm,
surprise and all that
mm.
stuff. तो वो क्या होता है कि सिल्वर स्क्रीन में जब बड़ा स्क्रीन में देखते हैं, इट
Mm.
बिकम्स वेरी मैग्नानिमस.
Okay.
वो ओवर एक्टिंग दिखता है,
Overacting. Okay.
ओवर एक्टिंग दिखता है, बट थिएटर स्टेज के लिए नहीं है, बट
Mm-hmm.
इसके लिए ओवर एक्टिंग दिखता है.
Okay.
तो
Uh-huh.
द डायरेक्टर सेड you have to tone down a lot on your expressions. So
Mm-hmm.
some directors don't prefer theater actors because teaching them to tone down is very difficult.
Okay.
बट सम थिएटर एक्टर्स को, बहुत सारे अभी डायरेक्टर्स में देखता हूँ कि थिएटर एक्टर्स को लेते हैं.
Mm,
90% they take theater actors is because they know what is acting, they
mm,
know how to intonate the dialogue,
mm.
they
Okay.
understand the crux of the scene.
Mm,
जो नया आते हैं ना, सीधा सिनेमा करने के लिए आते हैं, थोड़ा बड़ा एक्टिंग आता रहता है, they can't enact the expression, they can't really understand the intensity of the scene.
mm.
तो वो मिसिंग होता है. एंड दैट इज, इफ यू सी नाउ द रियलिटी ड्रामास व्हिच आर हैपनिंग इन ओटीटीज,
Correct.
lot of languages are bringing up lot of realistic dramas, and that is only possible by theater artists.
Okay. Great. Now that you have acted in theaters, serials also, and also in movies, so roughly how many theaters you have done, how many serials, and how many movies till today?
Okay. I can't keep the count, but I'll tell you. I've acted in plays. I'll start with theater. I've
Mm.
acted more than 25 different plays, 25 and
Wow.
30 different plays.
Uh-huh.
And some plays go in repeat shows.
Repeat shows.
They happen like, one show which I was the main protagonist. Again, it was a comedy drama which went for 26 shows.
Wow.
Some programs went for 10 shows, some went for
Mm.
15. So there are lifted. So if you put up the shows also in perspective, then I think I would have crossed around 60 shows almost now
Wow.
in the last 14 years.
Okay.
Of course, there were many they called, but I couldn't, as I told you, like,
Mm.
sometimes it used to clash with my professional timings. So
Mhm.
I couldn't act and I missed those chances. But no regrets. I got good chances in serials. So serials coming my TV, I acted in three very distinctive serials.
Mhm.
I mean, they were mega serials. Two of them, the directors were very popular among the Karnataka audience, and so
Mhm.
many people recognized me throughout Karnataka.
Mhm.
So TV is a medium which reaches to your household without even selling it, right? So
Mhm.
that's pretty easy for you to reach a lot of people,
Mhm.
and a lot of people recognize you because of TV. So there
Mhm.
were two serials, Magalu Janaki, then Yugantara, and then Dasa Purandara.
Okay.
So Dasa Purandara is something which I acted, was a fantastic characterization. Dasa
Mhm.
Purandara, Purandara Dasa is the sage. He's a
Okay.
Carnatic singer, sage,
Mm-hmm.
who used to write a lot of poems.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Purandara Kalidasa, but he was pretty old. He was the person who started Carnatic music in
Mm-hmm.
world, and it was based on his story. And I became the guru, the first guru of him. तो
Okay.
पूरा ऐसा दाढ़ी वाड़ी रहता है, तो people don't recognize me, this is Santosh, but when I tell them,
Uh-huh.
oh my god, it was you, so that was a surprise, they say.
Mm-hmm.
But these were the three serials. And films, I have acted very prominent films, around six films where I have a very prominent characters,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and around seven films I've acted around okay, semi oriented characters,
Mm-hmm.
and around 6 7 films I've acted in like very small characters. So
Wow.
all in all, like 15 to 20 films I've acted. Some of them, like 4 or 5, I guess. I don't keep the number in. They are still yet to release because of the COVID in between.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the industry people had been cash strapped. Producers didn't have cash.
Okay.
Some
Mm-hmm.
shootings got resumed off late. So yeah.
Wow.
So,
So your 14 years have been really extraordinary.
yeah.
So
And
can
added to it, Sanjeev, I've acted in advertisements also. 2 advertisements.
oh, okay. This
Yeah,
is oh, okay.
2 ads, and I think around 4 short films.
Short films also.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Wow. So I will come to that. Before that, you just talked about two words. You told look test and you told audition. So for laymen's like us, can you tell the process? Say you are one somebody who wants to get casted in a movie. So what are then we will hear something like a casting director, a director, producer. These are the roles we just hear. So
yeah,
what are the steps? Because I heard just the word look test. So
yeah.
what are the steps there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what happens is, like, for when the people want fresh faces, right? So what they do is, like, they go for fresh auditions. Like, they'll try to get auditions. I mean,
Mhm.
they try to get profiles for auditions,
Mhm.
and they look at the photos, their profile, their experience, and all, and then they try to bring them in. And
Okay.
then they ask to come for auditions at a certain time, and the director, the cameraman, or the assistant will sit through. They will have a camera also, and then
Mhm.
they will take the recording of a particular script they have, right? They'll give a
Okay.
script, they'll ask them to get ready, and they'll give audition. So they don't tell anything, I mean, they don't guide you anything.
Mhm.
So whatever you think the character should be or the scene is part of it, and then how do you enact, that's an audition. So
Mhm.
they will take audition of all the people whom they think in the photo and the profile is good for them. They don't know them, right? They haven't seen their work also.
Mhm.
And once the audition is over, then they will shortlist those characters.
Mhm.
Then they will, okay, they have these character list of their story, and
Mhm.
then they have these people who have been good in acting. Now they start mapping to each other. Okay,
Ah,
this
okay.
person fits for the father role, this person fits for the hero role, this person fits for the the younger role, whatever it is. And then they call for a look test.
Mhm.
Okay, then what they happen is, like, they call for the studio, and in the studio they'll have all that makeup man and everybody is there. So what character they have visualized, they will try to put in that, like maybe wig पहना दो, या थोड़ा दाढ़ी वाड़ी डाल दो,
Uh-huh.
कुछ भी वो कैरेक्टर के लिए क्या सूट होता है, वो डायरेक्टर के दिमाग में है, वो मेकअप मैन करता है. And
Mm.
then they ask the actual scene to be enacted in front of the camera.
Wow.
Now how he acts that character is
Mm.
what they see. That's called look test. और लुक टेस्ट में क्या होता है, ये टीवी पार्टनर्स जैसे कि कलर्स हुआ या जी कन्नडा हुआ, उनको
Mm.
भेजते हैं, बिकॉज दे आर द फाइनल अथॉरिटीज टू गिव द टिक मार्क.
Okay.
Okay, this look is very good, and people may like this face, and his acting is good, his appearance is good, तो
Mm.
ये अच्छा है, इनको पास कर दो, तो he is the final guy. So that's what is
Wow.
the difference between audition and look test.
Look test. Okay.
Yeah.
On the lighter note, for look test is who looks better. Okay. Understood.
Who looks better for that character? Yeah,
Characters.
yeah,
That's really wonderful. So you just told that about TV serials and I mean very and it reaches the masses, right? So that's the advantage. The serials go there.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sure because you acted in three serials already, so many in the people who watch the serials would have recognized you on the street, and you must have some interesting encounters. So anything you remember from that?
Yeah, a lot of encounters, and pretty much some people were very angry at me as well.
Because you're
So
the
I'll tell you.
protagonist.
Yeah, because I was an antagonist in one of the serial where because I am against female protagonist. Okay.
Oh, okay.
तो ये होता है कि आप ये जो बूढ़ी माँ रहती हैं या लिटिल ओल्डर सीनियर सिटीजन्स who are very into the serial, very into the story,
Okay.
and they'll be very empathizing that character. So if somebody is against it and you tend to meet them, right, they will say like, please don't behave like that for her. She's so poor lady. Why are you against her? ऐसे ऐसे मेरे को सुनाते थे. So I feel like people are so delved into the character, and what makes happy is like when they say that, okay, they feel like I'm really playing a very good antagonist.
Exactly.
It's a compliment in a way
Correct.
that मेरा performance वो characterization का अच्छा था. So I should thank the directors, of course, because they think that I fit and they got my performance out of it. Now एक किस्सा सुनाता हूँ आपको, मजेदार था कि आई वेंट टू नॉट इन बैंगलोर, इट वाज इन प्लेस कॉल्ड सागर. जात्रा था, बड़ा सा जात्रा होता है, 3 साल में एक बार एक देवी का जात्रा होता है. And I was standing in a huge line. It was very hot. It was in February sometime. Very hot tha. Me and my mom were standing in the line and we were waiting. Suddenly priest जो है दूर से मेरे को देखा, बोला, अरे you are the police inspector in that serial, right? Magalu Janaki. I said, yeah. And then everybody was like turning back to me and saying, nah, some people are telling, I told you, na, he's the guy. Because उधर हम जो पुलिस ड्रेस पहनते हैं या सूट बूट पहनते हैं, तो इधर मैं टी शर्ट पहन के आ गया था, तो उनको रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं हो सकता. And they will think like, why he will come to Sagar, yeah, he's from Bangalore. And then you know what he did? The priest literally took me and my mom through a shortcut और गेट से एंटर करके मैं पूजा करवा के मेरे को बाहर छोड़ा और फिर सेल्फी लिया. and that makes me happy, that really makes. And wherever I go till date, Magalu Janki stopped during COVID times, and till date is after like 3 years I can say still people recognize me with that character. Oh, you were the person who acted in that serial, right? And कभी पुलिस स्टेशन में जाता हूँ ना, किसी को देख लेते हैं तो थोड़ा मेरे को काम करना है, जैसे कि पासपोर्ट करवाना है, कुछ भी करवाना है, वो पट से हो जाता है. So there is advantage of that, and man, many popular actors really have good advantages of people treat you with very good thing.
Maybe there is no, but because there is advantage. Is there? Have you faced sometimes a disadvantage also because of this? No.
ये डिसएडवांटेजेस कभी होता है जब हम too much popular होते हैं. I mean, when I say popularity also has levels, right? Even popular actors like who are Amitabh Bachchan or it could be Amir Khan or anybody. At the start of the character, they enjoy that, right? That's the start of their popularity, and once they become very popular after 3-4 films, they become like superstars. Then handling the mob or handling those people for taking selfies or whatever it is, we will be happy to give them, but humanly it is not possible. तो क्या होता है, paparazzi, Princess Diana's paparazzi, Salman झगड़ा किया था, तो there are a lot of किस्से हैं where people really take disadvantage of you, taking selfies and all. Sometimes you try to push in, they try to barge into your privacy. तो ये popularity के बाद वो थोड़ा ये हिचकिचा होता है. I mean, it feels like it is disadvantage. आपका you cannot freely move into a street, कुछ खाइए भाइए, वो नहीं हो सकता है, because everybody will mob you, right? But हमको क्या है, हम अभी I can't say really, to be very honest, I'm not like popular kind of a thing, but जब भी people recognize me और मेट्रो में जाता हूँ तो देखते हैं मेरे को ही घूरते रहते हैं, ऐसे घूरते रहते हैं जैसे कि मैंने कुछ किया हुआ है. तो I like, I know they are seeing me because they know the serial. And एक तो बंदा मेरे पास आके बोला, you acted in this film, right? I said, yeah. Hey, I told you no, like that. पीछे उसका अपना दोस्त पड़ा रहता है, I told you no करके, तो सेल्फी ले लेते हैं, हो सकता है. I'll not get mobbed, so I'm okay still.
So that's what you are. I think that is a very, very happy place now where you are not getting mobbed.
Yeah. It's not in the disadvantage mode.
Okay. That's great. Any accolades on the way for sure? So many movies and plays and others. So some accolades for your films must have come on way, because as you tell, I'm sure I will try to show them also the posters or the pictures of that. So Can you tell us what came your
Sure.
way through
Yeah,
this?
my first ever film that I made, Amravati,
Mm-hmm.
which was directed by my mentor, and he is the first guide in front of the cameras, I must say, is Dr. B.M. Giriraj, Sri B.M. Giriraj.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
He had done films with Puneet Rajkumar. He was an
Oh,
experienced director. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Mm.
And he picked up a story which was very, very offbeat, very, I can say, artistic, but at the same time, a very, very good social message that was coming. And one of the famous actor called Achyut Kumar, he's a very famous actor in Kannada. He acted as a main protagonist, and I was the antagonist.
Okay.
So
Mm.
तो एंटेगनिस्ट में जैसे मेरे को सेलेक्ट किया तो आई वाज लिटिल एप्रीहेंसिव बिकॉज आई शुड एक्ट इन फ्रंट ऑफ एन एक्टर who
Mm.
is a award winner guy
Mm.
and but we are at ease. Achyut Kumar Giriraj made me at ease because I was the first timer there. That film won the best state award, the best director award, and the best actor award
Wow.
for Achyut Kumar, of course. So I did not get any awards as such, but the film got the award, and I am very happy when you say best film award. The best
Everybody.
film can
Mm.
happen only when everybody is in tandem, everybody is acting and doing their best performances. So I
Mm.
think, like, I also won that award
Sure.
as
Mm.
such.
And it was your first film.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Wow.
I told you in the beginning, like, I promote. Sorry, my company promotes where I'm working currently. It promotes these things and all.
Mm.
There also they had a function. It was a 25th year of they being in India,
Mm.
and it was a huge function in a five-star hotel with a lot of dignitaries coming across the world. And at that time, they had nominated, and I got selected for the a person who is into performing arts and
Mm-hmm.
making difference to the society,
Wow.
bringing social causes or whatever it is, and also uplifting the culture of performing arts, bringing theater into the thing apart from the work. So it was like beyond work, what you're doing outside your work. So that's kind of awards they had put in,
Mm-hmm.
and I was nominated for the performing arts in
Wow.
like theater and acting.
Mm.
And uh, and i and I did walk the ramp and took the award. It was really a very good feeling that companies also promote art,
Uh,
and that's one of the awards I got. Yeah, and I
Very.
got awards for theater for best. Vijay Karnataka is a popular news daily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We had enacted a drama for it, and it won a second prize over there. It's popular in Karnataka, Vijay Karnataka. So that's how it happens. So yeah, some of the awards there and here.
Very well deserved. And the ramp walk you told, I think I was also in the audience seeing the ramp walk there.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Right, right, right. Yes, you were there.
Great. Okay. Just going back into the film. So you have the actors who are very good actors, right? They know how to act. And then you have some guy called a director. Okay. So how much it is like Sachin Tendulkar coach? How much can he tell Sachin how to bat? I mean, Sachin is the batsman. So that way, if there is a good actor, what is the director's role? What does he do? Mm.
Okay. Very good question, Sanjeev. So people will think like must performance karta hai like Amitabh Bachchan, right? So he studies his character, he does everything. Then what is the role of the director? Very
Director.
good question, actually. See, director plays a very prominent role in scripting a character. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When he scripts a character, he has something in mind that what he wants to show on the screen,
Mm-hmm.
right? So Amitabh Bachchan may read the script or may hear the story from the director, and he starts thinking that ये character ऐसा हो तो अच्छा रहेगा, ऐसे रहे तो अच्छा रहेगा.
Mm-hmm.
But he always thinks about himself as an actor.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Like a director is a person who has to bring many characters' chemistries into the film, right?
Okay.
So suppose like Amitabh Bachchan and character X is acting, right?
Mm.
Amitabh Bachchan will not know what is the actually the character of X. Though it is woven in the story, he will understand, okay, he's a villain. But what kind of a villain? He doesn't know.
Mm.
पूरा येड़ा है या a kind of a gangster or kind of a psychic guy. He doesn't know. He's just a villain for Amitabh Bachchan, right?
Mm.
तो अमिताभ बच्चन क्या करते हैं कि वो प्रिपेयर करते हैं अपना कैरेक्टर, लेकिन ये कैरेक्टर पता नहीं रहता. दिस इज वेयर द डायरेक्टर कम्स इन पिक्चर टू पुट दैट पर्सपेक्टिव.
Oh, wow.
When he puts the perspective right, now Amitabh Bachchan understands, okay, जो मैंने सोचा था वो wrong है, तो मेरे को इतना change करना है. And then Amitabh Bachchan asks the director, ये ठीक रहेगा. Then director says yes. So it's always the final word of the director that the actor should listen to.
Wow.
Only then the film becomes successful, you know.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's how the director comes in picture. He'll not teach you acting, of course. You know, popular actors are there in front of the screen. You need not teach the basics of acting, or ऐसा करो, ये हाथ उठाइए, वो नहीं बोलता है. ये बोलते हैं कि ये फ्रेम है, ये कैरेक्टर है, ये सीन है, ये इंटेंसिटी है, और आपको ये कैरेक्टराइजेशन करना है इस सीन में. हाँ, तो वही डिफरेंट इंटेंसिटी रहता है. एंड वो इंटेंसिटी सिर्फ डायरेक्टर को पता रहता है, क्योंकि इट इज इट्स ब्रेन चाइल्ड और इट्स हिज किड which he has written it, right? So
Okay.
he knows how to do and all. So director becomes very, very important. However big your actor or award-winning actor you are.
So as we are talking about beat actors and actresses, it is a very, very natural question. So who are your favorite actors and actresses?
अभी मैंने नाम लिया, मैं always, you know,
मैं
I
सुना
look up
काफी
to
बार इसका नाम सुना.
Amitabh Bachchan is my favorite as always. Regional में of course I like Rajkumar, Dr. Rajkumar. So my regional is Kannada, so I like him a lot because he plays a variety of characters. Mera always, I like people who plays variety of characters.
Okay.
You know, doesn't stick to one kind of a hero image, right?
Okay.
Amitabh Bachchan, and then Kamal Hassan, and then Amir Khan. These are the three people I always look at. The versatility of the actors is very important for me.
Okay.
And actress mein Aishwarya, because she was one of the beautiful ladies.
Yes.
But at the same time, she acted really well. She came up without her godfather. That is one. And of course, I like Vidya Balan for her versatility.
Okay. I think Vidya Balan also fits in your previous characterization that she plays different type of roles. Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And because you told Amitabh Bachchan, what is your favorite movie of Amitabh or Kamal Hassan or Amir?
Yeah, so the best film of late, the recent movies of Amitabh Bachchan which I saw was Piku.
Piku.
Yeah, Piku I really liked a lot. And the older films mein Sholay was an awesome.
Okay.
The way he carried that character with that subtleness, you know, was amazing. And Sholay ke baad Amar Akbar Anthony मेरे को बहुत पसंद आता था. Amitabh Bachchan ka, you name it, I have seen all the films except for few. Because हमारे जमाने में थिएटर में आता था, कोई फ्लॉप होता तो एक हफ्ते में निकल जाता था, तो we couldn't get the time to watch because I was in school, right? So mama never used to send me to movies every week, so I would have missed. But now I'm watching in OTT wherever I missed those films.
Okay.
जैसा हुआ गंगा जमुना सरस्वती हो, and you know there are some तूफान हो. So I like to I love to watch. And one film I really liked about Kamal Hassan is Sadma. I think
that is with Sridhar. Yeah.
It's an amazing movie. And हमारा आमिर खान को तो बहुत सारे फिल्म देखे हमने. And I repeatedly see those films just to learn acting. So very interesting thing which I want to tell you, Sanjeev da, is you know, watching makes you more you know, refined an actor. You have to see international films, you have to see German, French, you know, those kind of films, because you get different perspectives of acting. तो आप फिल्म देखते रहेंगे, अगर अच्छा भी नहीं है लेकिन एक्टिंग के लिए देखते हैं तो यू विल स्टार्ट लविंग इट. लाइक अल पचिनो हुआ, एंड लाइफ इज ब्यूटीफुल, एक्टर का
लाइफ
नाम
इज ब्यूटीफुल इज अमेजिंग.
It's a very beautiful movie. You saw that guy, right? The way he acted, you know, आंख में पानी आ जाता है. You know, किसी को हंसाना और किसी को रुलाना is very difficult.
Okay.
It's a very difficult aspect, to be very honest with you. So आपको देखना है, and then actor becomes when you roam around the streets, you saw a lot of people, you see a lot of people, right? तो उनको observe करना है कैरेक्टराइजेशन कैसे होता है. एक बेगर रहे या एक ड्रंकर्ड रहे, एक कंडक्टर, एक ड्राइवर, एक कैब ड्राइवर कैसे बात करता है, you know, every aspect, because you never know what character you will be playing. So imbibing those characterizations from the real life people is through only observation, and acting is observation.
Okay. I can completely relate because I don't act, but I write a bit. So when I talk to cab drivers and others, I always look for their stories, which I can make part of my story there. So it's all of yes, that's
really nice. Yeah.
You talked about also doing the giving back to the society. So as a you as a person, or you as your theater, especially I believe during the COVID times, it was a very tough time for the theater actors and all those are associated with the theater, right? Because it was stopped. Um, um, I'm sure you and your theater company together did something for them. So,
Yeah, yeah. Very good thing. Every aspect of the passion should not just make you yourself happy. You should be participating in the social cause. However, you want to do a film with a social cause and bringing change in the society is also a social cause. Or like how you said in COVID times, people who are in real distress situations, Sanjeevda, I can say a lot of company theater people. Company theater is, there are two aspects of theater, which is company theater and another is hobbyist theaters, right? So professional repertoire दे बोलते हैं, तो वो मॉडर्न थिएटर और कॉन्टेम्पररी थिएटर होता है. कंपनी ड्रामास आर, वो ओल्ड ड्रामास रहते थे ना, जहां स्क्रीन चेंज होता था,
correct back.
सीन चेंज होता था,
Hmm.
एक एक ट्रैक कॉमेडी चलता था, एक ट्रैक सीरियस ड्रामा चलता था. ये कंपनी ड्रामास अभी भी चलते हैं एंड दे आर वेरी पॉपुलर ड्यूरिंग जात्रास.
Okay.
Month they put a tent in the villages, they run the shows, and that is their only livelihood. Even Rajkumar came, Dr. Rajkumar was part of a famous theater called Gubbi Virana Theatre, right?
Okay.
So Gubbi Virana was a very very famous company theater owner and an actor. So a lot of people have come from his क्या बोलते हैं उसको, theater lineage, not blood lineage, theater lineage. So a lot of people are today are very famous actors because of those theaters. So company drama is still something which all these contemporary theaters or hobbyist theaters who have their jobs, they have money, they wanted to save them. कोविड
Okay.
के टाइम पे उनके पास कुछ भी नहीं था क्योंकि एवरीथिंग वाज शट, राइट?
Hmm.
And they can't do anything else, right? They have come out of their houses, they are doing this kind of thing. उनके लिए महीने का जो खर्चा था उसको रन करने के लिए भी बहुत डिफिकल्ट हुआ था, right? Nobody outreached it. There was one person, Mr. Krishna Hebale, in theater. He's owning a different theater and theater group. He called in all the theater troops along with his theater group, and he put in a very good shoot for all the famous plays played by the different repertoires. एंड वो शूट करने के बाद एक छोटा सा ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म था थिएटर के लिए, ऐसे वीडियो के लिए बना के बेचने का बोले तो दे हैव टू सब्सक्राइब इट और दे हैव टू बाय अ पर्टिकुलर प्ले इफ दे वांट टू वॉच. And through the proceeds of that money that came in by buying those OTT subscriptions, वो पूरा का पूरा पैसा हम कंपनी ड्रामा लोगों के लिए दिए थे.
Very nice.
6 महीना, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर द नंबर ऑफ पीपल, बट 6 महीना हर महीना 3,000 रुपए एक एक बंदे को आने तक हमने कलेक्ट किया था और 6 महीना उनका गुजारा चला.
Wow.
I don't know the exact number. Maybe Krishna would have it, but yeah,
That was really nice of you guys.
yeah,
You
and
took care of all of
yeah,
them.
seriously. And we did like street plays and all to bring awareness of truck drivers, for a company where a lot of truck drivers use to transport the goods, right? So they regularly होता रहता है, तो हमको भी बुलाए थे कि street awareness दे, traffic awareness दे. Then we went and played some small dramas for school kids.
Okay.
Yeah, school kids, to teach how important is education, तो how important it is to stand up and speak, public speaking, ये सब हम सिखाते थे. तो yeah.
Before I move out of your theater and movie things, any thoughts of making it full time, Santosh?
Not at this moment.
Maybe
I'll
later.
be very honest in this answer. ये यही हाल मेरा से 16-17 ईयर्स के बिफोर रहता. जैसे जब जब मैं 26-27 पे रहता, तो आई कुड हैव टेकन अ चांस और अ रिस्क एंड put my pura into that, and I don't know where would I have been landed, but I would have thought about that. But अभी नहीं, क्योंकि lot of, I can say, things running behind my back. I'm the single bread earner for right now. My wife, my kids, and now my focus is more on them. So I don't want to take any chance at this age, because though I will get better characters if I put my time, my interest, मेरा networking, वो ये, लेकिन at the same time I can't hold my family for it into turmoil, right? So I want to balance it. So मैं करूँगा, लेकिन balancing.
Balance. I think this really nice thing, because there are some guys even on social media, if you see, they say that just chase your passion, put everything there, then you do it. But I think you have a very balanced view, I think, which is also very practical one. And
Yeah, yeah.
especially at this point, because I am also the same situation. Maybe another 10, 12 years later, probably you again think, I mean, then you are in a
Seriously. Or
yeah.
this world is Sanjeev da, this world is very 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 कैसे बोलते हैं it's addictive at the same time,
Mm,
क्या होता है कि if you don't know the right way of going into this industry, right?
mm,
Every industry has its own pluses and minuses.
mhm,
So if you don't know how you carry out those minuses, or
mhm,
don't get depressed about those minuses, then people will tend to go into a lot of depression. I have seen that.
okay.
Some
Mhm,
people go into stardom, very very big way,
mm,
but they don't get offers
mhm,
later.
mm,
तो पूरा dip हो जाता है. Some
mm,
people are suicidal also. There is a tendency of being suicidal, and this happens in every industry. I'm not denying that it's only happening in this industry, but ये जो होता है ना, इसमें आपका fame आ जाता है.
mm,
सिर्फ it's not about money, but you will get fame also,
mm,
and handling that fame is also very important. तो
mm,
आप कैसे minuses को handle करेंगे, then you'll be balanced.
yeah. Mm,
Yeah, every time it cannot be a plus in this industry also,
mm,
everywhere, no, right? Because
mm.
even if you are a successful IT person, you can go down at some other point. Likewise, it's same here.
Yes, yes. But here it's you are in the public eye, so it's even more, and the fame
Even
comes in.
more, even
Yes,
more. Yeah,
yes.
yeah, correct, correct.
For us from a distance, it all looks very jazzy, but because you are
Yeah.
present, you know
Oh,
it's
behind the scenes, lot of people. संजीव दा,
mm,
इधर मैं बताता जाऊंगा आपको, लगेगा कि oh, you my God, even behind the scenes, it's so difficult as well.
mm,
But in the interest of the time, I don't want to go into deep in that. But yes, behind the scenes also, lot of budding people are there, a lot of good people are there, but
mm,
they are stuck in somewhere where they couldn't go forward.
okay. Mm,
Yeah, but I wish they balance it with a job, because they
mm,
also have a family reeling behind them, right?
correct. Okay, I think this is a very practical and balanced approach.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah,
for that.
yeah.
As you know, I generally have this hashtag that make workplace fun again. So you have two workplaces. You have the workplace of your profession. You have the workplace which is there. Can you think of any common thread which, when you say that if you probably do these two, three things, either you or as a whole, this makes it enjoyable. If you just take the passion part, because yes, that's the passion, so you'll anyway like it. But then, as you told, again, it's a workplace. You have different people with different mindsets. Sometimes you go up, sometimes you go down. What are these one or two things? Because I've seen you always quite cheerful and even in the difficult times in office. So, can you one or two advices probably or your personal experience which can make it enjoyable, whether it's your this profession or the hobby or maybe anything else?
Okay. I'll answer with the common thread thing. How do you bring passion into your work also, right?
Mm-hmm.
तो मैंने देखा है कि स्टोरी टेलिंग स्पेशली, एंड संजीव दा, आई रियली लाइक यू बिकॉज you are a very good storyteller,
Oh, thank
and
you.
I know you're right also, and I think it was an experience with you also when we had this management workshops, and there we used to have this fun element where we used to have a theme, and they were given only 15-20 minutes to write a story, build the character and act and all, and I never beat you. I never could beat you. You were always first, because your story is always mesmerized. Okay,
Thank you.
maybe the performances are little okay, but your story was always up. So same thing, the same thread helps in the IT industry. When you are selling something, or when you are building something, or when you are proposing something, or when you are negotiating something, always stories come handy in picture, right?
Oh,
So storytelling is an aspect which is a common thread which I would like to see, that every leader, or I could say every person in any industry and IT industry should learn, right? And how they present, एक्टर जब रहता है, अंदर एक्टर रहता है, तो वो प्रेजेंटिंग के लिए भी इजी हो जाता है, क्योंकि योर वॉइस थ्रो इज वेरी गुड.
mm,
You know what the audience thinks about it, because you are in front of the audience in theater,
mm,
and audience कैसे लेते हैं इसको, ओवरडू नहीं करना है, अंडरडू भी नहीं करना है,
mm,
कैसे सटनली आपको मैसेज पास करना है, ये
mm,
सब बहुत अच्छा रहता है. एंड मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली टीम बॉन्डिंग के लिए फन होता है. तो फन में क्या होता है कि आई गो डांस ऑन द स्टेज एंड आई मेक फन, दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन.
mm,
Bringing together a lot of people, and teaching that, stories, teaching them acting for a short period of time, they make me very bring people close. Sanjita, today you and me are close is because of that reason only.
Yep.
I always liked you in those management workshops, though we did not work before together in a similar department or whatever it is. But I always liked you because the way you tell, the way you organize, right? I really liked it basically. So that's how I find that common thread and how it brings changes. Because theater, I said, is organization skills, or it could be discipline or whatever it is. I'm not very organized and disciplined per se, unlike you, unlike other colleagues that we have. Our manager only, he's very very disciplined and organized. He always says you should be more disciplined and organized. But थोड़ा सा organization और discipline मैंने theater से पढ़ा हुआ है, and that is helping a little bit of things here as well.
Okay. And now they have this Gen Z and Gen Y and millennial and others. So I have a term called Gen G. G stands for gut. So basically, you should have the courage to follow your gut, right? So wherever you are a millennial or Z or something. Now, because I can understand you are a very balanced view, so I'm sure you will not propose to go full throttle on whatever is to, you have to take care. How do you find the balance? Maybe let me ask, because now you also have kids with you. I have also grown up kids here. They also have something they want to pursue, right? And in this age, they don't want to so much get into studies. Maybe some of them do, but most of them not. And our view is, even my view now is, एक degree ले लो, have the degree, and then try it, so that it's at least a fallback option, and then whatever you want to do. What is your take on this? Should they go full on what they want to do, or they should have as a backup कि यार इंजीनियर बन जाओ तो एक जॉब तो एज अ बैकअप रहेगा ही, एंड देन यू डू व्हाट यू वांट. सो I know it's a difficult thing, but your just views on this.
Yeah, sure. If you ask per se on my industry, things are different. If you ask their gut or their interest that they want to go in, could be different fields. It could be sports, it could be anything else, right? What I would say is, if somebody wants to carry their passion, or they want to make the passion as profession, and they have the guts to find a way to earn money through it, then I would say that passion leading to profession makes sense at this age. Like जैसे हमारे जो grown up बच्चे हैं, and वो आपको 8th 9th के बाद ना आपको लग जाता है कि कहाँ इंटरेस्ट इनका चल रहा है, राइट? तो आप देखते हैं कि कितना सस्टेन करेगा. तो व्हाट आई एम डूइंग राइट नाउ विद माय किड्स, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल माय डॉटर is very interested in swimming.
Okay.
Yeah. And my son is very small right now at the 3rd standard, but she's right now at the 8th, at the adolescence age, where her minds is start behaving in two different ways. Should I do this, should I do this, should I do this, should I do this? So उनका इंटरेस्ट देके हमको सपोर्ट करना है, thinking that she'll make that as a profession only. I will tell her all the negatives and positives about it. Now how she will take the negatives into positive is something she has to figure it on herself, because she will be all alone in that on the field.
Okay.
So yeah, after say 3-4 years, I see her growing really in a very good path. Then I would say, okay, she can do a bit of things, and then I start looking at avenues where she can make money about it, right? My only aspect is, if you can make money with your passion, which you can turn into profession, follow the guts. Okay. If you don't know the path, then please keep it as passion. Don't leave it because it is your passion, but try to find something that you have earning for food and living. Yeah, because मैंने देखा हुआ है मेरे फील्ड में जो पूरा पैशन फॉलो कर लिया, लेकिन उनको नेटवर्क पता नहीं था, कैसे जाना पता नहीं था, and they couldn't know how to play with the politics of this. They are still at the same stage. A lot of people come to me and ask पैसा about it. पैसा नहीं है उनके पास, कभी कभी भूखे रहते हैं. आई एम नॉट टेलिंग एवरीबडी, कभी कभी भूखे रहते हैं, कभी कभी उनको पास भाड़ा देने के लिए पैसा नहीं रहता है. दे शेयर रूम्स विद अदर पीपल. तो दे आर गोइंग इन दैट, दे आर स्टिल फॉलोइंग द पैशन. बट मैं क्या बोलता हूँ कि उस टाइम पे जहां आपका ब्रेक इवन हो गया कि नहीं, अभी मेरे को माँ बाप का देखना है, मेरा भी अभी एज हो गया, मेरे को भी कंपेनियन चाहिए, अभी को शादी करना है, कैसे वही फॉलो आप करते जाएंगे, आपको और दिन लग जाएगा, and then the time doesn't wait for you, right?
Right. Hmm.
And there are a lot of people looking for you, so it is better you follow the passion and at the same time find a backup,
Hmm.
or start early and be ready for the negatives and try to make it positive.
Hmm. I think it's a very balanced view, Santosh, that you have, that I also see in your day-to-day life. And also, I think one important thing was start
Yeah.
early. So at that time, you have more risk-taking ability. And then, of course, if you can't, then you have a plan B. And
Yes.
yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Great. Before we end, Santosh, those who are listening, maybe many of them have this passion for acting, for theater. So, what should they do? When I say what should they do, you already told what to do, but for the contacts, are there some places they should approach for, like the workshop that you had or
Oh
others?
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, sure. See, I am part of two prominent theaters, which is Pradarshana Kala Samsthe and Sarvam Theatre. Okay. In short, it is called as Prakasam for Pradarshana Kala Samsthe, and another is Sarvam Theatre. Okay. Sarvam Theatre is not only into theatre, but they also make films and short films. Right now, I acted in the latest film of Sarvam, which is yet to get released. It's in the post production thing, and I should say that was directed by a lady director.
Mhm.
लेडी डायरेक्टर्स हमारी इंडस्ट्री में बहुत कम है जो जो
Sure. Okay.
कैन बी कैप्टन ऑफ द शिप. दे आर इन लाइक कोरियोग्राफी और दे कुड बी इन कैमरा वर्क एंड ऑल, बट डायरेक्शन में बहुत बहुत कम लोग हैं.
Mhm.
And one of this director, which is Divya Karant, she is really an amazing director. उनके फिल्म में अभी मैं एक्ट किया हूँ, वो रिलीज होना है. एंड प्रदर्शन कला संस्थे is also focusing on more on theatre, but they will always train you to be, give you थोड़ा वेज भी दिखाते हैं कैसे फिल्म्स और सीरियल्स में एंटर करना है, but they are most predominantly into theatres. So it is headed by PD Satish Chandra and Chandan Shankar.
Okay.
I can pass you the websites of both of them and the numbers. These are the two people whom they can contact. Prakasam runs internships with every new play that they come into. इंटर्नशिप्स होता है फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. कुछ पे करना, हम लोग नहीं पे करते हैं, उनको भी पे नहीं करना है.
Okay.
They can be part and learn all the nitty gritties of the theater, behind the scenes, back the stage, in front of the stage, everything from the ground up they teach.
Okay.
And a lot of actors have come forward and have become good actors also in the industry. So I would say join those internships which Prakasam brings in with every new place. And of course they can contact me as well if they are interested.
Oh, that's very nice of you,
Yeah,
Santosh. So, Santosh, so thank you so much. It was a wonderful time talking to you. Almost an hour has passed. It was
Yeah.
I learned a lot, of course, and really I really admire your very balanced way of doing, because generally people, for the sake of telling, they go overboard and talk about what to do. But you have a very balanced view and a very practical one. I really like it. All the very best for your movie journey. Just few days back, we watched Garuda Puran. Yes, I put the photo here also. I
Oh,
really
nice.
liked your acting, and
Nice.
people in my home also told he doesn't look like he's acting. I think that means that really he played the character.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all the very best,
Thank you so
Santosh.
much. Thank you so much.
And I'm sure after a few days, once you reach the cusp of fame, then we will once again meet and see how
Thank you so much. But I'll just take a little bit lenience from you in this channel, that because it's recently released, Garuda Purana, as you said. It's playing in Prime Video.
ಪ್ರಕರಣಗಳು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಪರಾಧಿಗಳನ್ನ ಹುಡುಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ? ಅಪರಾಧಿಗಳು ಯಾರು? ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಿಡ್ನಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಅಪರಾಧಿಯ ಟೀಮಲ್ಲಿ
ಸರ್, ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್.
ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಾರೆ? ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ? ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ
ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕದ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯವರು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಈ ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರ ಅಂತ ವಿಚಾರಿಸಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಹಾಗೆ ನೆನ್ನೆ ಬೆಳಗಿಂದ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಅನುಮಾನಾಸ್ಪದವಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರ ಅಂತ ವಿಚಾರಿಸಿ.
ಶೋರ್ ಸರ್.
ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರೈಮ್.
And the viewers of this channel, please watch it. You can watch me playing a main character over there. And please pass it on to your friends as well. Thank you so much, Sanjeevda.
Thank you.
And
Also from
it
my
was
side,
wonderful talking to you. Your questions, the way you are trying to put in not just about films, but how do you balance these things and all. I think it'll help a lot of people who's listening to become an aspiring actress. But Sanjeevda, you are doing great work because you're bringing too many different people from different facets of life. So people get a real understanding of the real life on the field. Thank you so much.
thank you, Santosh.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.